Out with the old and in with the new. This SUV is the latest addition into Toyota's lineup, but where does it fit? Let's dive in and find out. Say hello to the first generation Toyota Crown Signia. Seen as the replacement for the outgoing Toyota Venza, this 5-seater crossover SUV, and I'm saying SUV very loosely, joins Toyota's Crown family. It'll have 2 trims to choose from, an XLE grade and a limited grade, which is our tester. The Crown Signia has a sleek look to it with low-profile roof rails, wide fenders, 6.7 inches of ground clearance, and you know what? I don't know. Looks kind of like a raised wagon to me. Not sure why Toyota's ducking the wagon or maybe even estate designation, but let's move on. The exterior has slim taillights, standard LED headlights, a hammerhead-style front fascia, and like the current generation Lexus RX and new Toyota Camry XSE model, the Crown Signia has a body-colored grille in front that kind of reminds me of something. You remember The Matrix? Of course you do. You remember the interrogation part where Neo was in the room and his mouth was closing shut with his own skin? Yeah, this kind of reminds me of that. Yeah, I thought of that, and now you have to as well. Out back, open up the rear liftgate to reveal a cavernous cargo space. Toyota hasn't revealed cargo dimensions yet, but there is a neat function where the rear 60/40 split seats can fold flat, and a hidden gem is this extension board that allows something that's 6.5 feet in length to be carried in the cabin. I'm 6'4" and I fit in the driver's seat just fine, but a few things to note. I got some good leg room, but this windshield is at a crazy raked angle, and I feel like the headliner is pretty low. And on top of that, the belt line right here is high, so it feels like the greenhouse is pretty cozy. But the seating is comfortable. You have some great soft touch points on your inboard and outboard armrest, and the steering wheel is highly adjustable, and you even get a soft touch point next to your leg on the driver's side, but on the passenger side, yeah, no, that doesn't happen. The panoramic glass roof provides front row passengers with a smaller portion of the glass real estate than rear seat passengers. And in the rear, there are no climate control settings available, nor rear sunshades for your backseat passengers. However, there are 2 rear USB-C ports, heated outboard rear seats come standard, and if you're tall like me, you'll be happy to know that you'll fit just fine. Back here, behind my ideal seating position, I'm actually pretty comfortable. My feet fit under the seat nicely, I still have some leg space, and some pretty decent headroom, and the seats aren't super upright, which is great. But keep in mind, if you're taller than me, your head may graze the headliner because it is pretty low. But you do get some cup holders right here, some charging right there, and yeah, I just wish the seats reclined just a little bit, but this is definitely doable. The middle seat though is gonna hike you up a bit, and as you can see, I'm hitting the headliner, and you got to deal with this transmission tunnel as well. But overall, back here is nice and comfortable for regular size or tall size passengers. The cabin of the Crown Signia fits in with the current Toyota interior design language. It's a simple yet functional style with quality materials and bronze accents around the cabin. Some great standard features include heated and ventilated leather front seats, heated steering wheel, a 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster, a 12.3-inch touchscreen that uses Toyota's latest multimedia system, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and a vertical wireless phone charger. Inside, the interior is nice and upscale. You get some great color choices and soft materials up top, which is nice. A little plasticky down here, but that's okay. And it looks good. Your screens are nice and clear. The Toyota multimedia system is nice and easy to work. And the rear reverse camera is nice and clear as well. But there's a few caveats. This is supposed to be the crown, right? The tippy top. We don't have a head-up display, which, I mean, it would be nice to have, or at least an option. There's no passenger memory seat settings because in SUVs, sometimes you switch seats with your wife and she's only like 5 feet tall, which is super tiny for me. And there's no storage for your glasses, so you gotta put them in here because your wife always forgets her glasses. But the good thing is she can open it up and grab something from right here, and the cabin at least looks very, very nice. All Crown Signias will be powered by a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder hybrid engine, making a combined 240 horsepower, mated to a CVT. Toyota's electric on-demand all-wheel drive system is standard, and 100% of power can be sent to the front wheels for better efficiency, or a 20/80 front-rear split for better driving dynamics. I think this powertrain works well for the Crown Signia on flat ground. When you're going uphill like right now, the engine is just screaming at you. It's really working. Besides that, the CVT works just fine. It's seamless. You can barely tell when it goes into full EV mode. I only wish that they included the hybrid max powertrain as well, because it has 100 extra horsepower and it's on the other Crown, so why not throw that in an SUV to make this even more fun than what it is? But I get it. It's efficient and it cruises just fine. You have plenty of power to get up hills. It is a little noisy, but again, it works just fine. The Crown Signia's hybrid system is composed of 3 electric motors, one of which acts as a generator to provide charge to the hybrid battery, and 2 that help drive the front and rear wheels either alone or in conjunction with the internal combustion engine, and can generate charge to the hybrid battery as well when coasting or braking. Toyota claims this hybrid system should put out an estimated 38 miles per gallon in combined driving, and this crossover can tow up to 2,700 pounds. The brakes for this being a hybrid, when I first got in, I thought they were a little grabby, but as I got used to driving it around town, they're pretty predictable and they work just fine. They're not squishy at all, and you get a good predictive response out of them. While going around some of these turns, the Crown Signia is nice and stable. There's not much body roll, but the suspension feels nice and stable, and so does the steering. It's responsive, it's quick, and it doesn't leave you questioning, am I gonna make this turn? I like it. There are added drive modes as well. Right now I'm in normal mode, but if you want to go into eco, sport, or even customize your own mode that changes up your throttle mapping and your steering feel, you can do it with a switch of a button right here. Built on Toyota's TNGA-K platform, same as the Crown sedan, its high-strength structure helps keep out noises and vibrations. There's a dynamic damper on the front suspension to help soften up road imperfections, acoustic windshield and front passenger windows, and sound-deadening material around the cabin for a serene experience. While going around these twisty bits, seating is nice and comfortable and supportive. I'm really enjoying how it's keeping me in place and it's keeping me comfortable as well. And I gotta say, visibility is quite good. Outward and behind me, it looks great. And even over my left and right shoulders, it looks good as well, because near the D pillar, there's a small window back there. It's small, but it definitely helps. The cabin is relatively quiet, and I really enjoy that, unless you put your foot down on the throttle and then you can hear that engine. But besides that, it's nice and relaxing. You get to just zen out and concentrate on the driving. And when you can't concentrate, well, Toyota has you covered with a lot of standard safety features. All Crown Signias will come with Toyota Safety Sense 3.0 standard. This safety suite includes pre-collision with pedestrian detection, proactive driving assist, blind spot monitor with rear cross traffic alert, lane departure alert with steering assist, lane tracing assist, and dynamic radar cruise control. So the Crown Signia has pleasant road manners, plenty of tech to keep you safe, and it's really easy to drive. It still feels like a race wagon. Pricing for a base Toyota Crown Signia XLE will start at $44,985, and that price does reflect the destination charge. With this, you get all the standard features mentioned earlier: 19-inch wheels, power liftgate, 5 USB ports around the cabin, and dual zone climate control. For amenities like 21-inch wheels, panoramic fixed glass roof, and 11-speaker JBL audio system, the limited trim starts at $49,385. So you already have a RAV4 or a Venza and you want to trade it in to get the Crown Signia. Well, go on KBB.com and get your car's value and put it towards this, or maybe even another SUV or a raised wagon. KBB.com, click the link above for more details. Competitors in this mid-sized hybrid SUV segment include the new plug-in electric hybrid Mazda CX-70, Mazda CX-90 if a third row is needed, the Hyundai Santa Fe hybrid, and Kia Sorento hybrid, which both have 3 rows. And if you're looking to stay in the Toyota family and have a bit more space with the third row, the Toyota Grand Highlander hybrid is worth a mention. But if the Crown Signia is on your radar, expect it to be available this summer. We all know that SUVs are the hottest thing, and this fits into Toyota's lineup just fine. So if you're looking for a sleek appearance, practicality, a lot of standard features, good tech, and that raised wagon look, you should check one out for yourself. You want to do something for the closer?
What do you want me to do?
Come say hi to the people.
Hello, people.
Okay, cut.